women in your life to get their breast professionally examined, not the examination that people who don't know what they are doing, you do a proper one from a medical officer.
I want to confess.
Knock yourself out.
Okay, so if I were a lady,
oh my God,
I would have been. I mean, yesterday would have been the last time I would have worn this.
So whose bra is this? Is the question.
Charlie, you know how I hassle to find this bra? This is my wife's bra.
Oh my God, we are so sorry. We've
been married since 2003. Can you believe that I didn't know where she kept her bra? She's traveled, which is good for me. So today I'm looking for the
She will watch this. Mind you, we are streaming live, so we are streaming across the world. Mrs. Day, I know you are watching
my story.
I'm sorry. Let me just apologize.
Don't apologize. Me, I'm cool. I'm going to go home.
But it's not your bra, it's hers.
The picture became one. It's my bra as well.
Okay.
Charlie, I couldn't find where the bras were kept. Charlie, come see me. I opened it.
I bet she will never wear this bra ever again.
And I was lit like something, and then finally I found it. So this is, if I were a woman, I would have been throwing this away today and going braless.
Sorry, bra.
And it's for a good cause. It's breast cancer awareness.
Oh
all right. You're supposed to free the boobs, and then after that, go do your breast self-examination. Simple as that. Okay. So there's no bra day. You're watching GTV. We'll be having a professional come and show us how to do it.
Yes.
On this one, I'll be very happy to do that interview. So.
But will you be willing to go out without a bra today? Send us a message on our WhatsApp number 055-5561-034. Let us know what you think. Send us pictures if you can on our WhatsApp line, and maybe we'll share a few if it doesn't break any rules.
I can confirm that I'm not wearing a bra. I can't speak for you though.
Don't speak for me.
Okay, that's why I say I can't speak for you.
Okay.
Okay.
I told you yesterday that literally the whole day today you guys will spend the day just looking at people's boobs.
But it's for a good cause.
That is so bad.
No, it's for a good cause.
When you're talking to a man, you like to maintain eye contact, not to see him just looking to see if your nipples.
What are you looking at?
Anyways, thank you for joining us, and like I said, we'll be having that conversation about why we shouldn't wear bras as much as some of us may very well be doing. So no bra day, a key topic for today. We'll be looking into the papers as we always do. The issue of LGBTQI still very much dominant across media circles. The conversations are still ongoing. Today on the program we'll have a sit down and we'll delve a bit deeper into the issues that are presented themselves and where we go from here. What do we need to know about this whole debate? What does it mean for our laws in the future if this bill being pushed by some George and Co goes through as they expect it to? And what would your thoughts be on that? I know a few people have said the more time you spend talking about this, the more we give it,
and it stays on the
attention
agenda.
And it stays on the agenda.
But looking for that conversation.
The nation needs to come to some kind of decision, especially when Superman's son John Kent has come out
on the B side of the LGB.
As bisexual. So we need to have those deeper conversations, and so you can join us across our social media platforms. We are on Facebook, we're streaming live on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and also on Instagram. The hashtag is GTV Breakfast. We are grateful to our sponsors, Awake Mineral Water, Shield Acrylic Paint, and Adonko Next Level Energy Drink. Of course, Cheesy Peasy Cheesy Pizza is also helping us with our cheesy quiz for the day, and we'll tell you the details in a moment. For now,
the moment is now. What's the number of years of imprisonment that is proposed in this anti-LGBTQI plus bill?
Okay.
Number of years that you can go spend in jail. All right, that's the big question for the Cheesy Pizza quiz. In the news, big news if you are somebody who used to listen to Radio Gold and Radio XYZ and 131 other radio stations, because the SEA has come back, and it's likely that these stations, if they collapse totally, will be back on air. So what do you feel about that? Were you an ardent listener of all those stations that were put into the corner for a couple of years? What do you think about the NCA decision? Why now? What has changed? We want to find out from you. 055-556-10 34. You want to say something more?
The Black Stars won their game yesterday. Back to one goal project.
You know Milo.
3 points is all we need.
Milo.
So if it's half goal, full goal, all goal.
1 point. Well, we are 1 point behind South Africa now. So if we win our next 2 games, that game.
That's where the mathematics begin. If Ghana wins and somebody draws and somebody loses, then we go.
That's the way we do it. That's the way we do it. Ghana. We got to be free, but Charlie. Calculations. I'm loving the pink, man.
Thank you. Yes, I wore pink for no broad day today. Okay, so we are all creating a buzz about the need to take care of your breast. Breast care is important. Remember, early detection is key. And let's go for our wisdom nugget.
Yes, from Dr. Kofi Osei Kusi. Welcome.
It's a very good morning to you. As always, very exciting and very humbling for me to serve you the wisdom nugget for the day. Today, I want us to talk about the difference between creativity and innovation. They're 2 words that I use very often, and sometimes we interchange them, but it's important that we understand the difference between what creativity is and what innovation is, because they're very important words. Creativity is simply the generation of ideas, having ideas, new ideas, doing things differently, coming up with brilliant concepts and ideas. Some people are creative and some are not. One of the things I find on the streets of Ghana here is that there are many people who are not creative at all. When someone comes up with an idea to maybe produce a certain product or a certain service, all of a sudden you see that everybody is doing the same thing. You are wondering, couldn't they have been creative? Couldn't they have come up with such an idea even before that person started? So when you start something new, you better be careful, because a lot of people are not creative. But hey, we can be creative. We can think about new things and new ways of doing things even before another person starts it. But what is more important for me is the word innovation. Innovation is a build on creativity. And so it is usually creativity that gives birth to innovation. Innovation is simply implementing your creative ideas. So there are a lot of people who have ideas, but their problem is not creativity. Their problem is innovation, which is how do they actually execute, implement, and make happen their creative ideas. Innovation is simply moving the thing from your head into your hand. You begin to touch the thing that you're dreaming about. So important that we all learn to be more innovative, which is implementing our ideas. And there are a lot of things that prevent people from being innovative and implementing those ideas that they have. One of them is fear. A lot of people have ideas, but they are afraid that when they execute them, implement them, they may fail or people are going to laugh at them. But hey, don't be afraid. If you have an idea, look, put it into practice. You should not be one of those people who die with their ideas. Today, as you listen to this wisdom nugget today, I want to challenge you that with all those creative ideas that you have accumulated over the years, today is the day to start implementing them. Today is the day to start being innovative. Remember a man called Thomas Edison. He had an idea of a long-lasting electric bulb, and he implemented it over 10,000 times, we are told. He failed so many times, and yet he didn't stop until it worked. So as you get through the day, go ahead, implement those ideas, and at one point in time, believe you me, that idea is going to materialize. You're going to be celebrated, you're going to be successful. Have yourself a fabulous day as you walk through the day thinking about the difference between creativity and innovation and why we all need to be more innovative. I'll see you again on the Wisdom Nugget for your day.
Thanks for staying on. Let's look at what's trending across social media platforms. And like I've alluded a few minutes ago, the radio broadcasting authorization granted to 133 FM stations, including Radio Gold and Valerie said XYZ. Okay, how do we feel about that? Positive news, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's positive.
My question is, why now? What changed? So 2 questions.
So have they met the reasons why they were shut down? Have they sorted all those things out?
Yeah.
Are they now operating as they should? Because we were told that they needed to get some things in order.
Yes, and there's going to be a workshop where they're supposed to be taking part in a sensitization workshop. They have to attend it, and then...
so is it tentative then, or are they good to go today?
Well, they can't go. They're not good to go today. I spoke to the managing director of one of the radio stations yesterday. Doesn't want his name to be revealed, and says they haven't even gotten official notification yet. So they are also hearing about all this on the air.
So they got to know through the media.
Yes, they've not been written to officially, and so I was trying to get some interviews today, and nobody wants to speak now. They want to get their documents and everything on point.
I guess they may think it's too soon, especially if you asked a question, are they even still operational? Do they still have staff?
Yes.
Are there still people still working there, or do they now need to go through a whole process of recruitment?
For XYZ, I know they were operating online. I passed by the premises. We had a shoot there a couple of times, and well, there was skeletal staff doing the online. For Radio Gold, I have no idea. But
I mean, you should think about the impact this has had on employment. There's one. I was just speaking to somebody, a lady who works in one of the affected stations, or used to work there, one of the affected stations. 60 people lost their jobs. 60. That's 60 families. Okay.
Affected.
And if it's dependents, if one person has 5 dependents or 4 dependents, if it's 4 dependents, that's 240 people were affected. So it was quite a big deal. I saw a tweet from Sam George. Your power station, Radio Go 90.5 FM, promise delivered.
Promise delivered.
So there's speculation that the current the opposition in Parliament made a kind of a deal. Well, Sam George did not confirm it or anything, but the speculation is that there was a deal that, listen, you bring back the stations, we confirm you. That kind of negotiation.
Confirm who?
The communications minister, when she was doing her...
Okay. So there's some kind of secret deal.
That's the speculation. Yeah.
What do you think?
So
do you think there's a deal involved in the authorization for the stations to go back on air? Let us know your thoughts on that, and then we'll try and find answers. Can we even put who can we put the question to?
What changed?
Did you have a deal to go ahead in exchange for...
To the minister? You just ask him, Madam, did you do a deal? Finish.
You love your job.
I love my job.
Okay.
I love my job.
We can ask
my job.
Whether you want to answer or not is the issue. Me, I'll just ask you, Madam, did you do a deal with the people? and then wait for the response.
Let's keep our jobs at least for this morning and just move to winning news from the camp of the Black Stars. And Milo delivered again.
What did I predict yesterday?
1 goal.
Who did I say was going to score?
Partey.
There he is behind him.
Did you place a bet?
No, I'm not sure.
My bet daughter would have loved to.
I should have. It looks like I have some prophetic something that's to do with predictions.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Prophet
so.
Val.
So that's it. Prophetic
words.
PVM, Prophet Val Ministries.
Partey after Partey.
You don't have any prophetic. Yeah. It's just one goal.
The Black Stars are making us proud and making us smile.
Indeed,
I think, yeah.
Indeed. So you're still second?
Yeah, but on the flip side, Nigerians are rooting for Ghana.
Why?
I don't know. Everybody's surprised. Everybody's surprised. So yeah.
So I'm trying to find Nigeria's scoreline from yesterday.
No, what they beat? They beat those people who embarrassed them the other time. Central African Republic. They beat them in the rest fixture. So not a problem there at all.
Okay, so we are happy we won. Nigeria won. I mean,
yeah. So Senegal too is through to the playoffs. Senegal and Morocco are through to the playoffs. So they are going on to the knockout stage. We still have to sweat it out, depending on the results that come from the last 2 games.
Morocco is also through to the playoffs. So let's see who moves on to the next round from here, because the road to Qatar is still very far off. And GTV Sports Plus, your #1 sports channel, the legends live here, and so not here at GTV, like at
GBC.
So the legends live there. Okay, the legends live here. You get it. So continue to watch GTV Sports Plus and catch all the pre-match and the post-match discussions. Kwabena Yeboah yesterday was at his best. When
He's at best.
I mean, have you ever seen him off his game?
He's a professional now.
I've never seen him off his game.
So we look at the game. We show the game again on Plus.
Oh yeah.
GTV Sports Plus. Okay.
Yes.
The only place to show the game.
We've got the right, so we flaunt it. If you go and ask a question anywhere and they get on your case, please. That one, Inyema Wabo.
Too early for shade, let the sun shine. No shade.
So, whilst Valerie is still in an excited mood, let's just throw Ronaldo's 58th career hat-trick. Like, one human being has scored 58 hat-tricks. You know hat-trick, like 3 goals in one match. 1, 2, 3. He's done it 58 times.
Do you know what it means?
What kind of human being is this?
Do you know what it means?
What does it mean?
He has 58 balls at home.
Yeah, but every time you score a hat-trick, you get the ball.
Yeah.
58 of them.
I wonder what he does with those balls.
You keep them in a ball container.
That would be a lot of balls. That would take a lot of space, because he has many awards and trophies.
And then the balls.
I'm sure he needs a whole room.
That would take a lot of space. Have you seen the documentary on his mansions? Even just one.
So there's space for
the
balls.
So it's a poor man's mentality.
That's your mentality.
The man's balls. Why are you worried about the man's balls? The man, he's happy. He's got 58 of them. Why are you worried?
58. Look, I mean, sensational player. I keep saying, hard work pays, and if you commit yourself to, developing a talent, you get it.
Thelma.
And it's a classic example.
Thelma.
Yes.
Ronaldo is the.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. If that's what you think, I respect that. I respect the player, I respect the man, and I have nothing to say about that. We all know where I stand on this.
You know where the balls are coming out from? They're coming out of a hat.
His hat. It's like a magician's hat. This one is actually quite cool. It means he's brewing magic in his hat. What next will come out of that hat? Like a rabbit?
No, more Man U hat-tricks. He's only scored 1 hat-trick for Man U, which he will change.
Yes, definitely.
Prophet, what do you say?
Give me 3 minutes. Let me consult the oracle.
She wants to consult the oracle. The oracle that accepted our burnt offering. We said we offered you as a living sacrifice. Wow, for no brand day.
Guys. Let me tell you something.
For reasons to do with numbers and alphabets, we had offered you.
How do you know that she's not responding to the sacrifice?
So have you responded to please, did the oracle feel as this morning?
Yes, the oracle has made you guys feel, because I missed the intro. Now let me do the intro and nobody. I want to know what it is with the male gender. The gender that betrayed Jesus. Hey. What is it with you guys?
This is serious.
I have to defend.
Wait, let me finish before you defend.
You haven't even heard the question. I have to defend. What if it's indefensible?
Do you know that nobody started trending yesterday afternoon?
It's time zones. People are in a different time zone. People were in 13th.
What is it with the gender that betrayed Jesus? Okay, every woman, I can speak for 90% of women.
Hey. You know 90% of women in the whole world.
I said, wait, let me finish.
Okay, go on.
Okay. We look forward to wherever you are from, whether you're from the office, you're from the church, mosque, wherever. The only thing we look forward to when we get to the house is to take off our bra.
And your wig?
No, for me, the bra.
Wig, bra.
So, T, are you going to do that? I mean, hey, since you're leading trends, are you going to do that for us on camera?
Who knows? I mean, keep watching. You never know. But there's so many photos of brave women sharing, women sharing photos of themselves not wearing a bra. My only thing is, you can only not wear a bra if your boobs is a certain.
No, there was no caveat about this. Is no bra day.
So even if you take a bra off and your boobs are literally on your
door, the whole point is showcase your boobies,
whether they are like fried
whether they are hanging
eggs.
And then go and do a breast examination. And then go and do a breast examination.
I think
that's the whole idea.
Have you seen some of the videos? You know, when the ladies who have
bouncy boobs,
D cup and above.
What is a D cup? You see, somebody was telling me that. I asked him, "What is your
cup size?"
No, what's your wife's bra size? He said.
Hopefully not Friday.
No, I think he said 100 or something. I said,
not
but
Friday.
You can't have a breast.
100.
You can't have 100. Then he revised and he said 32. And I said, what is the cup size? ABC. He said, what cup size? He said, he doesn't know. People don't know. So what is a cup size?
Teacup.
So a cup size is, you know, when you wear the, I mean, all of you know, cup. What's a bra? Let me show you.
No, I'll hold it. You can't hold my wife's bra.
So I'll just hold it.
So show me.
Okay. So it's supposed to be, so this is the breast.
Where's the breast?
Like this is my
okay, all right. Now what's the cup size?
Carefully, turn the bra the right way
like
around.
that. Okay.
So that's how you're holding it. This man, it's like he's never taken a bra off in his life.
We're interested in what it holds.
Exactly. So this, you know, is like a cup. So it sort of cups your. So that's it. The cup size. So it cups your boob. That's the cup. That's why it's called a cup size.
But the 32 is the size. Is the measurement of the under your breast.
And then so 32 is the measurement around
under your breast.
And then the cup
the cup is how big the hold you need.
Oh, so that's a container.
It's a cup.
Yes.
It's a cup.
Yes. So
you know, men they just need simple expression. So container, yes. You see this thing. How big should it be to hold your tatters? Okay, so that's the cup.
Right.
And so, I mean, everybody's excited about No Bra Day, but then it is also there to get you excited for a reason.
Can I leak our chats from, you know, Breakfast Show? Like, can I leak our chats online about No Bra Day and all the threats that went on yesterday? Okay, maybe I should. But yeah.
For those of, I mean, there are people to. I saw somebody sent me a rude message. I'm not going to mention your name on air. So he sends me a photo of a woman who's gone braless, celebrating No Bra Day, and she had like small, like my cap size. And
how would we know your cap size?
So this person sent me this video, and then he said, "Wow, this reminds me of you. When people are counting money, you're counting coins."
What's that?
Coins is money. You shouldn't do that, please.
No,
I don't know that you are a DB.
How do you know it's a him?
Wow, they don't know you are a DB. You know DB is also
DB is trending.
Next
trend is DB.
Enough of
I've
boobs.
just said it.
Okay.
So there's a is it like it's meant to be a joke? I hope it's a joke that men, Valerie would say, the people who
the gender that betrayed Jesus.
So that is a whole hashtag going on about if you decide to date a rich girl, and they are the ones who are usually referred to as DB. So if you are very rich, or your father is very rich, or you come from a very rich family, you live in a very posh side of town, then you are considered to be DB. So some of the tweets that you are seeing on your screen are what people are saying about people they perceive to be DB. So half the guys on Twitter are hoping to get to you know, date DBs, and the other half who, you know, that you live at my village, I won't mention the name. You know that there's no DB there. You just have to resign yourself to the fact. So some of the tweets you're seeing, DB won't buy you singlet and boxers on your birthday. You see, like they probably buy you like Maserati or a Tesla or something. Levels. First thing about DB girls is that they don't admit they are DB. So if you have one self-proclaiming she's DB, dear, sorry. Secondly, you don't find DBs. DBs find you. You don't find them; they find you. So I mean, I've had a good laugh.
It says, "I need them DB girls in Nigerian movies." This is like, go your way out now.
Dad, I don't want to see this young man in my house again. DB, Daddy, I love him, and no one's gonna stop me. This is so.
Me, I don't understand this. This is the way I decide.
I love him, and no one's gonna stop me. So it's all about rich girls.
The trend for the millennials.
Okay, I'm definitely not a millennial, so I understand.
In 1991, when I was a few years old. I wasn't even 10 years old. The calf was like in university or something. That is just some weird.
So you had the bridge.
That is just weird.
I was second.
So yesterday we cheesy quiz for yesterday, we asked a question, and here are the winners. So Moses Cobb from Pokwase, Daniel Amofa from Awoshi, and Daniela Christine Dua from Gbawe. You are our winners from yesterday. We asked you to mention 2 players who scored during the Ghana versus Zimbabwe match on Saturday, and that was the response that we got. So here is Daniela, and that is Moses, and then we are about to see Daniel. So 3 winners. You have some pizza vouchers with us. Get in touch with the production team and claim your prizes. Today's question is, drum roll, it will be on your screen. There you go. What is the maximum number of years of imprisonment in the proposed LGBTQ plus bill? What is the maximum number of years of imprisonment in the proposed LGBTQ plus bill? So fastest fingers first, send the answers to our WhatsApp number 055 5561034. If you send it to our Facebook page, the selection will not pick you.
Send it to Twitter.
So don't send it to Twitter either. Just send it to our WhatsApp number. Tell us your name and where you are reaching us from. What is the maximum number of years in the proposed LGBTQ plus bill? What's the answer to that? If you know, get in touch with us, and then you stand the chance of winning a voucher to get some delicious pizza from Chili Pizza. Yes. So that's been our social media trends. What's trending on your side? Our show is interactive. Get with us on our social media platforms. If you have to go, grab your phone, grab your laptop, and catch us on the go on Facebook. Also on YouTube. You can also reach us on Twitter and Instagram, and we'll be expecting your messages as we have all those discussions on our WhatsApp number 055 We are grateful to our sponsors, Awake Mineral Water, Shield Acrylic Paint, and Adonko Next Level Energy Drink. Also Cheesy Pizza for helping us with those vouchers. We'll be back to have conversations, and it's no bra day. So if you're brave enough to send us pictures, who knows, we might put a few on air, and we'll continue to have the discussion on breast cancer and why early detection is key to treatment. We'll be back after this break. Stick and stay.
Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show.
How well do the adolescents understand reproductive health? How is peer pressure affecting the youth negatively? Do you know many boys and girls enter adolescence undernourished, making them more vulnerable to disease and early death? How safe are the youth understanding the natural changes happening in their bodies? It's time to enable positive dialogue. Join us on YOLO Talk and let's get interactive as we discuss smart decision making on each selected episode of your favorite youthful TV series, YOLO, with professionals and some of the actors live on GTV. YOLO Talk, making smart choices. YOLO, hey, you only live once. YOLO Talk is a GBC UNICEF partnership. أعوذ بالله
last time you had your breasts examined? Interesting responses. So Ghana Togbi, who is a man, who says every day actually he examines his breasts. Okay. We're going pink for breast cancer. Theodore Quiz says this question can only be best answered by the men, our men. Adam, who's a guy, said I did today. Nana Ikea says I don't know how to do it, Boo. Wow. And Patricia says today I did a breast examination. Last one, Cleodosa says every day, and he helps me too. I'm assuming that he is your partner, your boyfriend, or your husband. But what's the whole big deal about breast cancer, breast self-care, things like that? Well, October is a month that seeks to promote breast cancer awareness all around the world. And on the 13th of October, which happens to be today, it's No Bra Day, where women are invited or recommended that they go braless for 24 hours to raise the awareness about breast screening. Have you heard of this day before? If you haven't, well, there's more on it today. My guest is a family medicine physician, a fellow at the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, and an author of 4 books, Dr. Barbara Ensah. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And happy No Bra Day to you.
Well, I'm not in that category, but that's fine.
well, I decided to rest my singlet, so I'm doing it in support. Before we even go, I mean, have you ever forgot to wear your bra, and whatever happened when that happened in your life?
No, I haven't.
It's not possible to forget to wear your bra.
No, some of us, the size of our cups would even forbid that. And then, of course, it's a personal choice, and I would rather not.
I saw you were watching our conversation about cup size and things.
Yes.
Education for the men. A lot of men don't even know.
Yeah.
They think it's just for drinking water. Yeah. Okay. So, is it appropriate to really go braless for like 24 hours? I mean,
well, like I said, it's a choice that people make, and if they do, it doesn't take or add to your breast health. However, the main purpose of this braless day was actually started probably in 2011 when some women decided that, well, if this happened, then it will bring attention to people's ability to do self-breast exams, and also to go for clinical breast exams, and really breast cancer in general. So that was the idea, and I'm hoping that those who are going braless are thinking about these other effects that we want to portray by asking women to do that. That is those who are doing it. And so if anybody chooses to go braless, just remember that do your self-breast exam, and if you can afford it, think about going to do the other ways in which breast cancer screening is done, and we can discuss that later.
Great. So while you're taking the bras off, you should be thinking about the reason, the screening, the self-examination.
Yeah, that's what you should. And even maybe I should go and see a doctor to have a clinical breast exam done. In fact, most of the time I tell my patients that before you start self-breast exams, go and see a doctor or a nurse practitioner, a health professional, who would even teach you how to do it well, so that you're doing it properly. Because a lot of people would say, oh, I don't even know what I'm looking for, So it's always nice to have that first exam done by your physician, because she would let you know, I did your exam, I didn't feel anything. The little bumps that you're seeing here and there is normal breast tissue. And then you can be confident to do it on your own. And then there are also certain times we would advise you to do it in terms of your menstrual cycle, if you are still a woman who is menstruating.
What's the impact of breast cancer in Ghana? How serious is
it is. It is. Statistics show that there are about 3,000 deaths from breast cancer every year. and it's the number one cancer causing death in Ghana. Before it was like cervical cancer, but now it seems like it's still breast cancer. And so that's why it's important that those even two cancers, the breast and the cervical cancer, need to be screened. But as to what is happening right now in terms of screening, and that is another question, because it is on paper in terms of policies of the Ghana Health Service, and they advocate clinical breast exam, which is breast exam being done by a physician or a health professional, and then self-breast exam. And the important thing is that everything that is on paper should be translated into action, if you see what I mean. And that is not being done because a lot of maybe people have not been trained in terms of health professionals to do it well. And in a study that they did, they found out that women who went for cervical cancer screening were more likely to have to do self-breast exams or even go for mammograms, because during that process they were educated about the importance of both. Okay. The other thing about breast cancer in Ghana is that it tends to occur a little bit earlier than in some of the Western countries.
Why is that?
It could be genetics. That's what could be one of the things.
Black people are more prone to breast cancer?
Yeah. And not that they are more prone, but they tend to die more, even in the countries like the US, because they are not getting treated early. You know,
and of course it's the examination and the screening that will catch things early.
Will catch the thing. You know, like in
are the women really checking and
I don't think most people are checking, and that's where education is very important. Like programs like this, and education through social organizations, and education through health fairs and the like, so that even if you can't afford a mammogram, you can be taught how to do self-breast exam.
Okay.
And then also there are mobile devices around the world that are being used to screen women to catch them early. Early detection is the key.
Early detection is the key.
Yeah.
We wanted just you to give us a commentary on. We have a video of a breast examination. Tell us exactly why they are doing it. Why would a woman do something like this? What are they looking for?
Yes, and so first of all, well, right now we see her already doing the examination. But first of all, if you have a mirror, you know, you undress from the waist down. You undress, from the waist up. And then you sit in front of the mirror with your hands at your side like this.
Okay.
So you first look at the shape of your breasts.
Okay.
Are the two equal? Is there any lump on one side? Okay, are the nipples everted and looking okay, or are they inverted? You know, is there any redness, any bump, anything sticking out which is unusual? So symmetry, really. First of all, that's with the observation.
Want to make sure that everything is symmetry. So,
yeah.
But I also heard that most people will have probably one slightly bigger than the other.
You see, with that, you've known that all the time, and that's how you've seen it all the time in terms of how the breasts look. And so it's when there's something that all of a sudden, or over the last few months or years, you notice that the symmetry is, and it's usually the symmetry that results from one breast being a little bit larger is not very obvious, unless of course during development something happens and one breast develops more than the other. But if you see something, a lump sticking out, for example, that's when it's very suspicious.
Okay, so you want to check for symmetry first?
Yes.
And then what else do you check for?
And then after that, in terms of how to do the breast exam itself, there are actually three different ways. Okay, one way is up and down from one side,
like that one.
up and down longitudinally from one side to the other. That's one way. The other way is you can divide your breast into 4. Think of it as 4 quadrants.
Okay.
Yeah. And you start from a lower quadrant. Okay. And you use the
it will be like the dividing line.
Yes.
Okay.
In each way.
In each way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. And then you use the pads of your fingers. You know, it's not here, but the pads of your fingers. Okay. Yeah. You can put 3 of them together. And then you, with the quadrant ones, you start from 1 quadrant. And you just press and move your fingers under there. And you go from quadrant to quadrant. So when you finish this quadrant, you can go to the next upper quadrant.
Because you divide it into 4. And so
yes.
You focus on the 4 areas.
Yes, okay. 4 areas. And then last of all, the nipple area, where you would even also push in. And then do a smooth, you know,
with the palm.
Well, not with the palm. No, I was just doing this. Like if this is the nipple area, you put your fingers here.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
And what are you looking for?
You're looking for any lumps that are like by themselves, like isolated lumps. Some women have lumpy breasts, and that's another thing. You know, and that's why I say that before you start doing self-breast exams, let a clinical person, whether it's a doctor, a nurse who has been trained, a physician assistant, do your breast exam. Then they would tell you, okay, I did it. I didn't see anything suspicious. So from then on, you know that my breast does not have anything. So I can safely do breast exam.
And the lump supposed to be inside, because some women also have a pronounced areola, so they may be thinking that those projections around them.
No,
they are not.
They are not.
Okay.
This will be a lump that you will feel under here, and it's inside your breast. And then after you do that, you can also go ahead and just do your armpit. You know, you can do that because sometimes there are some small, I'll call them organs, but they are called lymph nodes, okay? And in breast cancer, the lymph nodes under your armpit are the first ones that are breast cancer cells will migrate to.
Okay.
Lymph nodes, they trap foreign things. They trap breast cancer cells. They trap bacteria.
Okay.
Yeah. So even if you have a cut somewhere, you see that your lymph nodes in that area swell. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the same.
So you check your
Yeah. So you can do that. You can do that, and then again do 4 quadrants if you like.
Right.
Yeah. But some people are not comfortable, so they would just concentrate on the breast.
Would it be better if you shaved your armpit so that you would access that area?
Yeah, most women do anyway.
Well, some also like to keep it.
I know.
Foresty.
There's a fashion like that.
Yeah.
And then the third way that it's the spiral. You know, so you start from the outside and you work your way in a spiral way.
So like that, and then
come to the nipple.
Okay, and then go back again.
You don't need to.
Okay, so from your stomach?
No. From your breast.
From your breast, okay,
yeah.
all right. And
but you go spiral.
Okay.
You can do a spiral all the way, and the apex is at the nipple.
Okay, you end at the nipple.
Yes.
Okay.
And in all of this, you are pressing on the breast tissue. So for me to do a spiral, I do this. You know, I'm pressing on the outside, and then from the outside you move in.
All right.
You know, and each time you're pressing hard and then doing like a motion like this.
Circular motion.
Yeah, circular motion, that's the word. Right. Until you come to the nipple. Okay, and then some people advocate that you can also squeeze the nipple gently and see if anything is coming out of it, but
what shouldn't come out?
Well, for example, if you see that your nipple has a red discharge from it, then that is very suspicious. Your breast cancer.
Okay.
Yeah. So usually there's a 3-pronged approach to breast cancer screening, our awareness, I would call, because one is the self-breast exam. Like I said, even in some countries they don't advocate it because they said that makes a woman feel secure and not go on to do a mammogram, if you see what I mean. And the next one is when you use other devices, mobile devices I mentioned. Some are called breast eye, some are called eye breast, and they are all over the world and they are sold.
How does it work?
Well, some of them use infrared technology. Yeah. Okay. And in a dark room, you would still the 4 quadrants. You would put it on. They are battery operated, and in the dark room, you'd see that it will show a red light. Yeah. But then if there's a mass there or so, if there's increased blood flow to an area, it makes it very suspicious that there might be breast cancer in that area. Okay. And so in that area, you may see a darker or shadow. You see a dark shadow. Okay. So some women use that.
It's pretty high tech.
Well, you can call it. Yes, but even there's an even more higher tech one, which is called eye breast, and hopefully we will introduce it to Ghana sometime. Okay. Which clinicians can use to augment their clinical breast exam. All right. Yeah. So those are things that can be used in countries like ours, where the rate of mammogram is very low. It's only about 3.6% in Ghana. Wow. Yeah.
Thank you very much for the breast exam tips. I'm sure people will find them very useful. Quick questions before I ask you about an event that's coming up pretty soon. Yeah. So, do women who are small, who have smaller breasts, do they also run the same risk of women with bigger? The size matter?
The size doesn't matter. I've seen women with very small breasts who end up with breast cancer. Okay. Yes. So the size doesn't matter. It's just that it's harder when they are doing clinical breast exam or self-breast exam to kind of try to flatten the breast as you do the exam. Okay. Yeah, if your breast is large. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I read everywhere that men are supposed to be sucking the nipples of their women to prevent breast cancer. Is this scientific?
Well, it's when babies, you are breastfeeding a baby, and women who have breastfed babies, they tend to get a lower incidence of breast cancer, actually. But with men sucking breast, I don't see how that would. The only way is that if a man actually is playing with his wife's breasts or so, and then he may